Shalom, shalom. Brother Matthew here. It has been a minute since I've been on social media, and I've been posting a few YouTube videos about a series of sermons that I'm teaching on the Passover. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole virus thing. I've heard it called the coronavirus. I've heard it called COVID-19. And it's not so much the virus that I want to talk about. I didn't even know that it was happening until my wife and children had told me about it, because I haven't been on social media, number one, and then I don't watch the news. And the reason I don't do that is because I don't allow the world or the media to control what I meditate and think about. And so every morning, the first thing that I do is get the scriptures out, read the Bible, study. I may pray a little bit and just meditate on Yahweh's Word. So what I want to discuss is that it's okay to be cautious. It is okay to practice normal methods of hygiene. I think that is great. It is okay if you are sick to go to the doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't give medical advice, but I believe in physicians. And if you're sick or you feel like you have the virus or any type of bad sickness and you need help to recover, I think that it's fine to consult medical help. So all of that's well and good, but one thing that I've noticed since I found out about this is a lot of people are afraid. And that is not something that we as Yahweh's people should be. Now, I talked to a good brother, good friend of mine, and he reminded me that the reason that Yahweh tells us to fear not is because us humans have a tendency to fear. Not to necessarily fear Yahweh in times of turmoil and unknowing circumstances, but we have a tendency to be afraid of what might happen to us. So Isaiah chapter 26, right around verse 3, it says that Yahweh will keep in perfect peace the mind who is stayed on or dependent upon Him, because that mind trusts in Him. And He is Yahweh, and He is an everlasting rock. So it is not appropriate for the servants of Yahweh or the children of Yahweh to be fearful or try to instill fear in the minds of people. We should be a people of peace, and especially us elders in the faith or teachers of the scriptures, we should establish a level of shalom for our congregants or for the people that look to us for guidance and spiritual well-being. They should see in us an example of stability, faith, faithfulness, obedience, and peace in all circumstances. So no matter what happens, no matter what state that we live in, we must be content with the things that we have. We don't need to be about greed or selfishness. I know that a lot of things are missing from the stores. I hasn't been to a grocery store, but my wife has, and she sent me a picture of like the what was it, the toilet paper aisle, and all the toilet paper was gone, and different things like that. A lot of that stems from greed and selfishness, in that we don't prefer our neighbor. We don't get what we might need. We get as much as we want because we want to protect self. And if we loved our neighbor, we would say, okay, this is what I need. I don't want to get anything more than this, because I know my neighbor is going to need some as well. And that goes in all times. But my main point in this video is just to say, be at peace. Yahweh is in control. That's why we pray to Yahweh. Anybody that prays to Yahweh must believe that He can change a circumstance that we're going through. He has the power and the control over all things. So we pray to Yahweh. We remain calm, and we love our neighbor. Part of loving our neighbor is sometimes to, if we are sick, quarantine ourselves and stay away from them. part of loving our neighbor is also not to shun anyone, or not to speak evil of certain people that we may have heard maybe from other avenues or maybe from the media. These particular people may carry a virus and we want to shun them or stay away from them, and sometimes it causes us to treat people in an ugly or a mean way. We don't want to do any of that. We want to love our neighbor as we love ourselves and do all things to the glory of Yahweh. So I'm about to go to work. I went about my normal work routine last week. I'm about to go to work this week. Yesterday was Sabbath for us. We observed the lunar Sabbath. So yesterday was Sabbath for us. It was the last quarter moon of the 12th month. And I'm getting ready for Passover. That's what my focus is on. I just taught part 4 in my sermon series on exegeting Exodus chapters 11 and 12. I just taught that yesterday, and I was back in Exodus 12. I'm going to be teaching on verses like 7 through 11, maybe a little bit further, this coming up Sabbath and New Moon. So that's what my concern is. That's what I told my two of my sons, Elijah and David. They were talking about all the things that have been canceled. And I told them, I said, one thing that will not be canceled is Yahweh's Passover. And that really should be what we're concerned about. We've got the first month of the year coming up. It's very important. I believe Passover, in my opinion, is Passover is the greatest day of the year. I believe it foreshadowed the death of Yeshua, our Messiah. So be at peace. Keep your mind stayed on Yahweh. Don't allow the media to control what you think about, and recognize that Yahweh, Yeshua, and the commandments, these are what should always be at the forefront of our mind. This is what we should focus on, and Yahweh is going to protect his children. And I told somebody the other day, and a lot of people don't like it when I say this, but if it so be that it is time for my ticket to be pulled by Yahweh, meaning my life is over here on this earth, then Yahweh is still king. He's still in control. He still knows what's best. He's going to watch out for my family. I am not worried about what man may do to me. That's the attitude that Yahweh's children should have. I love you and I appreciate you. I won't be back on social media fully until after Passover, but I wanted to just share this short video because of a lot of the things that I've been seeing. So I pray that you have a good day, and shalom.